Welcome to 27 Degrees, our angle on everything Google Cloud.
I'm Seth Moffit.
And I'm Aaron Brock. Join us on our journey as we venture the U.S. from coast to coast while deploying Google Cloud on the go.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of 27 Degrees of Google Cloud. Today, we're going to be exploring creating organizations with your tour guide in this space, my dear friend, Seth Moffit. Seth, where are you?
Yeah, Aaron, I'm actually in Chincoteague, Virginia, which is a little island just off the east side of Virginia. Beautiful little spot, got plenty of photos for you and our up-and-coming website. And Aaron, where are you at? I noticed a very similar purple background.
You know, it's actually this crazy coincidence. Somehow I've managed to end up in Alaska, but I still have the same background. Last episode, we put together a cloud storage bucket and uploaded some files, but you know, I kind of went ham and did that in my own project. And if we want to productionize our future website, we need to make sure that we lay a proper foundation and set things up properly so it's like business ready, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm not really 100% sure how to do that. So Seth, I was wondering if today you could maybe walk me through exactly how I should go about setting up an organization so that I can start leveraging Google Cloud as like an enterprise as opposed to just a single consumer that I am.
Yeah, and more than happy to do so with you here today, Aaron. One of the big pieces that we had discussed last time was the organization, and there's a very big collaboration between us and our fellows over on the workspace side. And so that actually involves setting up cloud identity. And so, yeah, what we'll do today is we'll go ahead and walk through setting up cloud identity. We'll go ahead and use our brand new domain, 27.degree. And from there, we'll get ourselves enabled to start creating projects, resources, and ultimately spinning up that dev stage production projects within Google Cloud for our best website that's ever going to be made on the internet.
Can you walk me through that process now?
Sure. I got the 27.degree domain bought and paid for, so let's get started. Alrighty, so for today, we're going to actually set up cloud identity. For those who are not familiar with cloud identity, think of a Microsoft Active Directory or just an LDAP. This is really where our internal employees can be registered to ultimately have access to email or to GCP resources. And so first thing we're going to need to do is actually own a domain address. This is how Google validates who we are as a user, our website, and at the end of the day, gets you that cool little @email.com domain at the back end of it. And so with this, we're going to use a very cool and unique one that we just came up with, one called 27.degree as our domain. And so with this, we registered it through Google Domains. You don't have to use Google for this. There are plenty of other registrars out there that are totally achievable. Just we find that sticking within the Google ecosystem tends to blend and marry pretty well together. And so once you have your domain set up and purchased, the first thing we're actually going to want to do is set up cloud identity. As mentioned, cloud identity is that Google LDAP account management system. And so what we'll do is just go through here and talk a little bit about the business. So 27 Degrees. You know, it's going to be basically me and Aaron here in the 2 to 9. We are located in the United States. And then what is your current email? Well, we'll go ahead and go with seth@sada.com. What's your business's domain name? We'll be saying 27Degree. And we'll be using this domain to set up the account. More information. How we'll sign up. Of course, Seth@27degree.com. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my password here of ... Almost there. What we'll want to be doing now is creating the account. And we are set up. All right, now that we had that initial setup, what we want to do is verify 27.degree as our domain. And this is basically proving to Google that we own the domain. And so as you can see here, there might be a little bit of a wait time to do this, but I guess with the magic of movies and our perfect little editors behind the scenes, we'll go ahead and make this thing flash forward for y'all. So from here is the step where we'll actually verify the domain. So with a quick sign in, and since I am the appropriate admin here, I am now setting up my new Seth at 27.degree as an owner for this domain. And so with that, once again, the beauty of having Google integrated products, we are already verified. And the next step is to actually create new users. And maybe we'll make one quickly here for Aaron. We can add a new user. We can do Aaron Brock. Aaron is lame at 27degrees.com. And we'll go ahead and add him as a new user. And voila, we actually have him as a user now, and now he can log in for all demos moving forward and all of his build pipelines as Aaron is lame at 27degree.com. With this, we've actually stood up a brand new user account within Cloud Identity, and now we're actually going to be interacting with Google Cloud Platform. So now that we have a new account generated, what we'll want to do is navigate to console.cloud.google.com. And this is where we'll start to really build and interact with all of our cloud resources as we build up the greatest website known to man. And so the first place we want to navigate to is this little bar here. This is context. This is everything we'd want to know as to where are we deploying? What do we have access to? And as of right now, it says no organization. But by simply clicking this drop down here, we can select our organization from here. And as you can see, our newly created 27.degree is now part of this. And so within this, it is considered an asset. This is where we're talking about being able to add IAM permissions, be able to add groups to this. But what's really important is this hierarchy and being able to add projects underneath this hierarchy so that we can distinctly say this project belongs to this organization. So first step is going to create that project. We'll go ahead and go 27degrees GCP. We'll attach it to the 27degree org. And then from there, within location, if we actually had folders in here, and as we discussed, folders can be used for different business segmentations, different applications teams. There's a number of reasons you may want to segment those projects. But since we don't have any here, we can just attach it straight up to the organization. And if at any point forward, we can move these projects into new folders if we need it. So no harm, no foul there. So with a simple create, we have now created our first project in GCP under our new 27.degree domain. So there you have it. Once we have billing attached, we're pretty much free to do whatever we want. Spin up some virtual machines, do some cool data analytics in BigQuery, or even spin up a new ML AI workload within Vertex AI. Really, the choice is up to us, and hopefully you'll follow along as we figure out what that next product may look like for you. So Aaron, now that the project stood up, does it make sense for us to get you access in there so you can start deploying some cool things?
Thanks so much for that wonderful email address that you made me, Seth. I really do appreciate it, and will definitely not be getting back at you for such a name in the future. But I will show how you could log in as this new account that was just created. So let us dive in and explore. So here I am at the Google login page. I can log in with that wonderful Aaron is lame at 27.degree. And I can use the password, which is simply a bunch of dots that was provided to me by my dear friend Seth. And look at that. I have a Google account with this new email address. And as per security best practices, I need to set my password to something new, and importantly, something that Seth doesn't know. So I've got a wonderful password, and I can change my new account to that new password. And here we go. I have access to the wonders of the Google Cloud Platform. Thanks so much for setting this up for me, Seth. Now I can continue on my end goal, the dream, which is creating a production environment which you don't have access to.
In the future, let us know what you may want to see on the website. If there's anything cool and exciting that we can add to it to help follow along with our journey. If there's any Google Cloud Platform products that you really want to see, we're really open to that discussion, really open to those use cases, and be more than happy to show off the power of Google and what they can bring to a real strong production website. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit like, and that little notification bell icon, because we're going to be releasing these pretty quickly and you don't want to miss an episode. So with that, thanks again for stopping by at 27 Degrees at Google Cloud Platform, and look forward to you in the next episode.
Catch you later.